My name's Angela McPherson. My grandmother was Nora Dacre Fox, who was the General Secretary of the WSPU from 1913, I believe, till about 1916.
So what does being a suffragette mean to you?
Oh, it meant very brave women who endured a great deal to get me a vote.
Are you proud that you're related to someone who had such a big impact?
I'm very proud of everything that she did in suffragette terms, because I don't know if I'd have ever had the same amount of courage to do what she did.
Do you know any of the things she did or took part in?
Yes, I do. She helped every week to put up the suffragette magazine that was sold on the streets. But the one thing that she did, at the time, the Irish Home Rule Bill was passing through Parliament. And Lord Longford, who was an Irish Anglo peer, was helping to do gun running in Ireland so that they could set up the Ulster Defence Union. So she took a stool and she went and sat on his doorstep and she said, "They're going to arrest me for riotous speaking. I've come to sit here so that when they take me, they can take him because he's doing that. And he's a lord of the land and he ought to come with me to prison."
And you mentioned earlier that she was quite close friends with Emily.
She was very close friends with Emmeline and Christabel Pankhurst. Christabel Pankhurst praised her for her emotional speeches and her brilliant propaganda writing. And Grace Rowe, who was the lady who ended up being the executor of Emmeline Pankhurst's estate, because they were very close, Grace used to speak about the fun they had together when they were hiding from the police after they'd been arrested and force-fed and they were let out under the Cat and Mouse Act. And she used to talk about the fun they had when they went together to make up hiding, making up the middle pages of the Suffragette.
How did you find all this out?
Well, I lived with my grandmother when I was a child, but I wasn't young enough to understand it. But in later years, I thought, she spoke about being a suffragette. Was it true? So then I went and I put her name into Google, and back came all this information. And that started me on a 4-year search. And I traced everything she did, and it just quite overwhelming at times because she did so much.